Before we get into this video is sponsored by the EA Game Changers program. They flew us down to Vancouver, paid for our flights, accommodation, food, and everything like that so we could take a look at the pre-build of the FIFA Mobile World Cup mode. So this is a pre-build, so some things may look different in this video than they do in the final build. Get it, Stopde Nation, it is Stopde here. We're going to take a look at the World Cup mode in FIFA Mobile. So you can see going in here, you get to start it off and you can pick yourself one of the nations that qualify for the World Cup or one of the nations that on the road to the World Cup. So we picked the Netherlands here. You can see, so you get a bunch of Netherlands players. Now obviously this is a little bit different because it is on the pre-build, so they will have their card art, they will see the players, everything like that. Here is a look at our 100 overall squad. We'll show you can still have the different formation, everything you have, but you can also run 6 different lineups that you can base on different nations. So you can't kind of mix and match between different nations. But you can see here we have our full England squad. We can play around with different English players. We can go and pick new squads as well. So in the auction, in the store, you can go in, you can pick up different teams that you get. So here we'll pick up the Spanish team. So you can go ahead and you get the starting 11 for a Spanish team here for 200 FIFA cash on that one. So you can see Nacho Monreal in there and a bunch of them. They're all going to be between 70 and 72 overall from there. So you're all kind of starting off with the same sort of starting team and you can build it up from there. And then it also unlocks an additional World Cup lineup slot when you do it. So if you want to try and get more lineups, this is another way to do it. And once you go in, you can see how many different players you have of each one. So you can see we have 13 players from Spain right now. We have 11 from Portugal. You can also get players other ways. So if you have a lineup and you're like, you don't necessarily have enough for the Spain players, you have like 8 players, whatever, you can also get them out of packs and different things like this. So this is our Spanish lineup that we have. A few players we pulled earlier on that we added into that lineup as well, if you saw our pack opening that we did. So you got our active lineup, you can switch between, we see our Brazilian lineup, our Portugal lineup, our English lineup. We got Danny Welbeck, 98 overall in there, and then this is the full list of players. You can also delete them if you don't want to use that. So you go in, delete it, go back into the lineups and see. So you can see some places like Russia, we had one player from Russia, one player from a bunch of different places to go through as well. And then the nations that are on the road to qualify for the World Cup. And if you click on it, you'll see you don't necessarily have enough players. Greece, we have 1 player. We need to have 10 players in order to do that. So if we go back in, leveling players up, same way as it is in the regular mode. You can see Lingard here, we're just going to level them up, go up, up, up. The one thing with it, and it isn't in this one, but it is going to be a cheaper leveling up than it is in the real game. So when you're trying to level up the players, it's not going to cost you as much coins, as much experience to level them up as it does in the regular game. It's just in this one because, again, it's the pre-build, so things are going to look a little bit different on this one. So there you go, Lingard leveled up. These are the skill boosts, so new skill boosts all around for this one, which is really cool. We got the marker skill boost, we got the instinctive skill boost, we got the diver skill boost that you got as well. So marker is going to give you marking, sprint speed, strength. Instinctive skill boost, that one is going to give you reflexes, handling, reactions, long passing, and goalkeeper positioning. So obviously a goalkeeper boost there. The diver boost, goalkeeper diving, positioning, reactions, long passing, handling. The aggressive boost is one for your defenders. Midfield, there's some in there as well that you can get. And then the defensive boost, tackling, sprint speed, aggression, long shot. And if we go to the crosser one, you get crossing, ball control, acceleration, marking, shot power. Offensive, that one is going to give you long passing, sprint speed, long shot, dribbling, short passing. The dribbler skill boost, dribbling, acceleration, short passing, long shot, finishing. The attacker one will give you finishing, dribbling, acceleration, awareness, and shot power. That's a pretty good one, I'd say there. The shooting one, long shot, sprint speed, finishing, and free kick. You imagine you get a beastly free kick on that one. Dribbling, ball control, sprint speed, reactions in that one. The final one, finishing, shot power, acceleration in there. So a really nice one on that finisher skill boost as well. So each player is going to have their own unique skill boost, unique to the World Cup experience. So this is sort of our home screen. Matchups is back for World Cup. You can predict the World Cup match winners, everything throughout that. This part is probably going to be one of my favorite parts, just predicting like the whole World Cup stuff like that as you go through. So all the group stage matches that are going on, it shows you everything that's going on there. And when you win the matches, you actually get yourself these points. So you get the money, you get the packs, all those things. You get 10,000 coins and a World Cup token, which helps you to level up. So we'll show you in a second here. When you use these World Cup tokens, you advance the World Cup level and unlock new rewards. If we go over here to the World Cup level, you can see there's all the way up to level 100, and it goes along the way. Now these rewards obviously are not going to be the ones you have in game. There's like 56 Griezmann or something that's in there. That's not going to be your reward in it. but kind of an idea of what the rewards are like. And the daily pack, that's really cool. What that is as you continue to move along this one, you're going to get more and more daily packs. You see a daily pack 2 there. That is a pack that you get every day, and the higher you get, the better the pack is going to get. So once you hit level 10, your daily reward gets even better. So every day you have the World Cup, your reward gets better and better from that daily pack as well. And then you can obviously go down and claim the players that are going along the way. So some of the ones you've seen in some of our other videos, you saw the different styles and stuff for those players. Those are going to be the ones that you get. So the leveling up players, those are ones you're going to see there. So I think there was one, the Neymar card was a leveling card, but probably one of the ones at the top there as you go. So at the very end, your final tier, you end up getting all these players, and then the last thing, there's this like spread of 3 different ways you can go. Like I guess like the master card that you would have in there, you could get a player, you can get 200,000 World Cup boost, all those things. And then there's a trade-in at the end. This one, I'm not sure if it's going to look exactly like this, but what I hear from this one is it's actually going to allow you to, what it says here, it's going to turn trade-in rewards for your ultimate team. So you can exchange like World Cup stuff for ultimate team stuff and back and forth. So once the game drops, we'll go into this in a lot more detail once you have all the different things, because obviously in the pre-build, they didn't have all of the card arts and everything like that from here. But going into the next one, the other things we got in here, we got the World Cup, the road to the World Cup, and then the actual World Cup. So right now we have an English team going on. We're playing through England's matches. You get to play through all of the different matches, which is awesome. So you get to play like the group stage, the semis, the finals, everything. And as you go along, you get different rewards. So really nice attacker experience. You get skill boost out of there. We actually get a player, and then we get our goal plus England player as well. So other players seem to be in these packs as well as you go through it. So we get Cook there as our final card. And you can see when you win the quarterfinals, you get more. When you win the final match, you get yourself a special player. So the final level there, a 92 right mid Sterling card, that's going to be at tier 5. Tier 4, you can go into tier 4 as you go along, and that's going to give you an 88 Walker card. Tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, all those are going to have different cards you can get as well. So you kind of basically got to play through each one. And you're going to have like different requirements. I think it's like 100 overall or something for the last tier. Basically different requirements you need to meet along the way. And then Verse Attack, you can go into Verse Attack, you get matched up with somebody from another team. So if I'm playing England, I cannot get matched up against another English team. I get matched up against other teams as well. So once you win the Verse Attack matches, basically you have your squad that you would go in with this. You get points and you can get different Verse Attack rewards along the way. There's also at the bottom this other part where you actually play marquee matches. So if you are like one team, if I was England, it's the fantasy match. If I was England and England's playing against France or whatever it happens to be, I'd only get matched up against someone using the French team, and you would win special rewards and stuff like that. So really cool about this one. Very excited to try this out. Very excited for this to launch in the game. So we're going to come back when this gets on, but get hyped, get ready. It's World Cup time as we go in for our final videos in this. So thank you for checking this out and stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde out.